Okay. Pulls the plug on PHEV.
Stellantis has had, speaking of recalls, not as bad as Ford,
No one can be.
been having a really tough go with their plug-in hybrid electric vehicles. So their 4xEs is what that trim is called. They got to a point where there were so many recalls. And you talked about this end of last year. They actually had to stop production. They're like, all right, we're not pushing any more cars out. And we're not selling anymore right now until we figure out what the heck's going on. Now, officially, they're like, we're done with these plug-in hybrids. They're not doing any more plug-in hybrids. They're done with it. They're not doing the Jeep, the Wrangler, and they're not doing the Grand Cherokee, and they're not doing the Pacifica.
That was the Pacifica too.
All of them.
So Chrysler is down to, from what was, they ostensibly said 2 vehicles, is now down to 1. Because they were calling the Pacifica and the Pacifica Hybrid as 2, they listed them as 2 vehicles on their website. They're down to, and the Voyager.
The Voyager.
So they were at 3.
Which is just the same van.
It's still the same van with just a lower trim.
They just don't like hearing people say the only thing Chrysler sells is a minivan.
That's still true if you're selling 3 minivans.
Right, but like they only sell one car. It's like, no, we're selling 3.
But what's funny is for a little while in 2023, the Rubicon or the Wrangler 4xE outsold the Camry hybrid. It was the most commonly sold hybrid in the U.S. for a little while.
It was the best-selling plug-in electric hybrid in the U.S. in 2024.
Yeah.
As recently as 2024. But they have had so many issues with this thing, and they're changing strategies. They're going, apparently, they're going full bore on E-Revs.
Really?
That's the strategy.
I freaking knew it. Okay.
They're not retiring the 4xE name. 4xE will mean any Jeep with a plug-in component. So that could be a fully electric Jeep, like the Wagoneer S or that new Recon. And it could also be an E-Rev.
I forgot about the Recon. Yeah. I think everyone's going to for whatever it is, 60 grand.
It's closer to 70. But
Oh my gosh. They've got to learn their freaking lesson. No one is buying this stuff.
No.
Do you have 70,000 to blow on a product that's going to break down on you immediately?
Somebody actually noticed these cars were missing from the website before Jeep actually announced it.
Oh, really?
Yeah. That's like when you go to configure a Jeep, the plug-in hybrid's not an option. And they were like, hey, what's the deal? And they're like, yeah, we're done with those. The Gladiator 4xE was canceled before it even hit the ground last year.
Yeah, which is funny because people love them. They're so good for like off-roading and high torque at low RPM.
E-Rev would be just as good.
That's true. It'd be probably even better.
Even better, yeah. So they're focusing on full hybrids and E-Revs. Stellantis cited shifting consumer demand. They didn't say anything about the recalls, but
Come on.
Jeep just issued a massive recall of 320,000 4xEs.
Yeah.
The high voltage battery packs are catching fire. This is separate from another recent recall of 112,000 4xEs that had debris left in the engine bay, apparently, and was catching fire. So 2 separate 4xE issues where the car ends up catching fire. And that's separate from another recall about bad software that straight up bricked 24,000 of their vehicles.
Wow. Okay. Well, that's news.
Grand Wagoneer E-Rev is now called
The 4xE.
the 4xE. The Grand Wagoneer 4xE, when you hear that, that's the E-Rev.
Great.
So I think they're like trying to use this timing to be like 4xE just means this now.
Yeah.
Refresh 2026. I think it looks pretty good. I think it's pretty handsome.
I think that they lost some of the Jeep brand image on the front end. I don't think they really kept. I know that's supposed to be 7-slot grill there, but they only have the top half of it, and it's not very distinctive.
Platform, I think we expected this, but the platform that underpins this is almost identical to the Ram. So it's got the Pentastar that charges it up. It's got the same, 96 kilowatt hour battery.
I thought it was 60.
Let me see. 92 kilowatt hour battery, 647 horsepower, 0 to 60 in under 5 seconds. Tow rating will be announced later. But if you look at those rims,
Yeah, 8 lugs, just like the Ram.
it's going to be pretty hefty, I think.
Yeah.
Has 500 miles of range compared to the Ram 690.
Probably bigger gas tank on the Ram.
Bigger gas tank on the Ram because they had to fit a third row in here and the wheelbase is shorter than in the Ram truck.
Same, only different. But again, once you hit 500 miles, there's nowhere you can go you're not going to run into a gas station within 500 miles.
And running out of juice in an electric vehicle
Is a big problem.
Is a different problem to solve than running out of juice in a vehicle where you can fill it up with gas and recharge your battery.
Because you could just go flag somebody down,
any gas
go to
station.
gas station, get a gas can, drive back. That's an hour delay, 2-hour delay to your trip.
And
right?
gas stations are way more plentiful.
You run out of juice, you have to wait for someone to come and sit on the side of the road with you for 6 hours with a generator to charge you up enough to get to somewhere to sit there for hours to charge up. That's a problem. And imagine if you run out of gas in this thing, you're still going to have 100 miles of driving left that you could go find. You won't run out of gas in this. You run out of gas in this, you still have 100-something miles of left to drive before you could get to a gas station, you know? That's great. I'm so jazzed about the E-Rev thing.
Stellantis is smart and that they realized hey, we're actually ahead of the curve on this thing,
They're like, let's double down on
which has not happened to them. I think they're like,
surprise.
this is new territory. Like, let's just do it. Did you get it?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Wow.